Penguins, and welcome back to this week's episode of Jambar and 10. We got a packed episode for you today featuring stories about YSU's Carnegie classification, new art exhibits, and a look at the past week's sports. Let's jump right into it, guys.
YSU announced on January 13th that they were awarded the Carnegie classification for community engagement. Here's Alex Sorrells with more on the story.
The certification is awarded to universities that embed community engagement into their mission. YSU has demonstrated this by using their Penguin Pulse platform. This platform connects 145 different community affiliates with faculty, staff, and students. Along with the Penguin Pulse platform, 61 courses are designated for community engaged learning. These courses provide students with opportunities to participate and engage with the community. Anyone interested in getting involved with the university must go through the Office of Community Engagement.
What does this mean for the university? Well, it is one of the most respected national recognitions for universities to obtain that really go at demonstrating that the university has deep, pervasive, and integrated community engagement. And that really means that it's institution-wide.
Including YSU, there are 237 institutions that receive the certification in 2026, bringing the total to 277. The certification lasts for 6 years until 2032, when the university will have to apply again.
Just because we now earn this doesn't mean we kind of take our foot off of the gas pedal. We're still working to build that infrastructure, enhance that infrastructure so that what we have set in place will continue to grow.
Although the certification does not come with funding, it sets up the university and its faculty for success regarding grants and potential partnerships. A community engagement symposium will take place on April 10th. This is Alex Sorrells reporting for the Jambar.
The Williamson College of Business Administration has added Yogesh Opal to their list of professors holding editorial positions with academic journals. Opal, professor of economics and director of the master's program in business analytics, was appointed as an associate editor of the Economics of Governance journal. Though honored and grateful for the opportunity, Opal noted the role comes with added responsibility.
Associate editor also has to write a report and evaluate the paper. So in that respect, I feel a lot of responsibility, and I hope to do this to the best of my abilities. Yeah.
Economics of Governance focuses on different governmental structures and how their behaviors affect economic outcomes.
The John J. McDonough Museum of Art announced 3 new exhibits to kick off 2026. Misty Gamble, Flesh in the Famine, Hannah Parrott's I Do Not Always Understand, But I Feel Desire, and From Woman 19, curated by Mary Irbis, will be on display in the museum from January 20th through February 28th. All the exhibits address current issues in some way. The museum will have a closing ceremony on February 28th from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. The artist will be in attendance, and Misty Gamble will be giving a gallery talk to discuss her work. The art galleries are open Tuesday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Exhibitions are free and open to the public.
The YSU Institute for Teaching and Learning will host a conference on May 7th at the Williams College of Business Administration Conference Center on the use of artificial intelligence in an academic environment. The ITL will be accepting proposals from YSU faculty until January 31st to better personalize the session for those attending. Hillary Furman, the assistant provost for the ITL, said that they are actively working with the American Association of Colleges and Universities.
So that group decided that we wanted to do a conference around AI in order to support faculty exploring ways that it could be incorporated into courses and curriculum.
The conference will consist of multiple tracks from content creation, AI literacy, fact-checking strategies, professional application, and much more. Visit the ITL website for more information.
All right, that's all we have for this segment. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back soon. Thank you.
We know you hear it all the time. Why Youngstown State University? Why go to a school in the Mahoning Valley of northeastern Ohio, surprisingly beautiful as that may be? Why live on a campus that sits on the edge of the Rust Belt, historic and inspiring as that may be? In short, why choose Youngstown State? Here's why. Because when it comes to engineering, medicine, sports, business, and the skills you need to take your place in the future. We take a back seat to nobody because you can afford us, and we will afford you the opportunity to build the future you want and the life you desire. Why Youngstown State? Because we care about you, your success, and our future. Together. Youngstown State University. Now you know why.
Hey there, Penguins. Welcome back. Thanks for keep staying with us after the break. We got some stories about sports now.
Youngstown State University track and field hauled in many wins across 3 events these past 2 weeks. The Penguins hosted the YSU Collegiate Invitational on January 16th at the Watson and Trestle training site. The men's and women's teams took a combined 12 wins at the meet. Junior Lucas Long claimed first in pole vault as senior Brandon Hutchinson won the long jump. Freshman Braden Green continued YSU's success, winning with a jump that landed him a spot in the top 5 jumps in YSU sport history. On the track, sophomore Joseph Oshua Anza was a standout performer, winning both the 60 and 200-meter dashes. These earned him the honor of becoming the Horizon League Indoor Athlete of the Week. Junior Trenton Shutters added one last victory for the men's side in the 800. On the women's side, Ava Reeves earned her first victory in the 200 and claimed a win in the 60. The Penguins sent select athletes to Penn and Kent State for 2 more events. At Kent State, YSU picked up 5 more victories as Osu Anza claimed another 200-meter victory. Graduate Tazaya Howard outran the competition to score first in the 400. On the women's side, King hauled in the women's weight throw with a personal best throw. The Penguins return home to host the YSU Mid-Major Invitational January 30th to the 31st at the Watts Center.
The Youngstown State men's basketball team faced a tough test over the past 2 weeks, navigating a demanding 4-game stretch that featured close losses, late game struggles, and 1 key home victory. Here's a look at how the Penguins went 1-3 during that span.
The stretch began January 15th at Wright State, where the Penguins fell 93-83 despite 5 players scoring in double figures. Senior Bryson Dawkins led Youngstown State with 19 points, while senior Vlad Salaridze added a season-high 17 points and 7 rebounds. Wright State sophomore TJ Birch led the Raiders with 24 points. 2 days later, the Penguins dropped another close contest, falling 80-78 at Cleveland State. Sophomore Dayan Nessa led the Vikings with 26 points, including 15 free throws. Senior Chris Carroll recorded his first double-double of the season with 21 points and 11 rebounds, while Dawkins, Jason Nelson, Rich Rolfe, and Salaridze also reached double figures. Following the loss, head coach Ethan Faulkner said his team's struggles have largely been self-inflicted.
Most of the reason why we haven't been able to get over the hump with winning is, our own doing.
Youngstown State responded at home with an 88-81 win over Wisconsin Green Bay. Carroll delivered a career-high 34 points, knocking down 8 three-pointers as the Penguins shot 15 for 36 from beyond the arc and pulled away with a strong second-half run. The homestand ended with another heartbreak as the Penguins fell 65-64 to Wisconsin-Milwaukee on a last-second layup. Carroll led the Penguins with 19 points, while Rich Rolfe added 14. Faulkner pointed to turnovers and offensive execution as the deciding factor.
Yeah, we just gave them the ball, and they went to the other end and scored 21 points off those turnovers. Hard to overcome.
After the stretch, the Penguins sit at 10-12 overall and 3-8 in Horizon League play. Youngstown State will look to bounce back Thursday night at home against Indiana University, Indianapolis.
The women's basketball team bested rival Cleveland State after facing 2 conference losses the week before. Jambar sports reporter Marissa Masano has more on the story.
The Youngstown State University women's basketball team faced back-to-back losses for the first time this season against Indiana University, Indianapolis, and Robert Morris University. On January 17th, the Penguins lost to the Jaguars 61-51. Redshirt freshman Danielle Cameron knocked down 5 three-pointers as she led the Penguins' scoring efforts with 16 points. After the game, Cameron said IU Indy's physicality was something the team expected but did not handle early on.
They're very strong. They make you play faster by getting up in your grill and being physical. So I think we knew that coming in. They've done that to all their teams. They lead our conference in steals. So And I thought our practice guys did a good job preparing us. I just don't think that we were locked in on it, especially at the beginning. And like with what Coach said, they just kind of punched us in the mouth early and we didn't really respond.
On January 21st, the Penguins were handed their fourth conference loss. RMU defeated YSU 55-40. Sixth year Casey Santoro scored a game-high 19 points. With snow piling up outside, fans were encouraged to stay home on January 25th when the Penguins faced in-state rivals Cleveland State University. Youngstown State picked up its seventh conference victory and swept CSU in the regular season for the first time since the 2021-22 season. In the 61-38 win, Cameron sparked an early run, knocking down back-to-back three-pointers to fuel a 14-2 surge that closed out the first quarter. Leading 22-13, the Penguins scored 9 straight points in the second quarter and built a lead to as much as 21 before halftime. Cameron led the way offensively with a game-high 17 points and reached the 200th point of her career. Defensively, YSU dominated the paint as sophomore Sophia Gregory and junior Paulina Hernandez each recorded 3 blocks. The Penguins won the rebounding battle 39-34 and snapped Cleveland State's recent rebounding streak. Head coach Melissa Jackson accredited these stats to the win.
We won this game with our defense and our rebound, and I thought our mindset was absolutely where it needed to be. We believed in ourselves, we believed in each other, and this is a big victory.
The victory marks the program's best conference start since the 2022-23 season, and the team now shares a 3-way tie for second place in the Horizon League. Next up, the Penguins travel to Michigan for a 2-game road trip, starting with Detroit Mercy University yesterday. Stats and highlights from the game can be seen on ysusports.com. For Jambar TV, I'm Marissa Masano.
Rounding off today's episode of Jambar TV, we got a band for you to tune into. Memphis-based band The Narrows lives up to its name in the birthplace of rock and roll. They released their debut EP titled Sloth and Envy in May of 2025, and the band consists of vocalist and guitarist Owen Traw, guitarist Aiden Smith, bassist Isabella Franson, and drummer Chris Daniels. These members come from New York City, Portland, Oregon, Seattle, Washington, and Memphis, Tennessee. They attended the Rhodes College in Memphis, and the band formed in March of 2024. Its singles, The Wheel and The Pipes, were released later that summer. Its debut EP has a total runtime of 21 minutes and features 6 songs.
I feel like it also has a pretty good range of sound within the rock sound for being such a short body of work, because I feel like it's not it has some stuff that leans more grunge, and then it has stuff that kind of leans more into more intricate, kind of funky stuff.
Those are working on releasing a 10-track album later this spring. But for more on them, you can visit them on Spotify or Apple Music.
Thank you for joining us this week for Jambar in 10. As always, we are the student voice by students for students. And be sure to stay warm out there, folks. I'm Josh Robinson.
And I'm Jordan Bond.
We'll see you here next time.
Support for Jambar TV is provided in part by the YSU Foundation and the Jane F. Lamb Charitable Foundation. Thank you.